Hey, how's it going? Rich Lee here, and today it's time for the final episode in Season 3 of my Real Madrid Career Mode series. And as you can see from the league table, the league is now completely over. I had 2 more games to play. I decided that I'd not record those because obviously I'd already won the title. I don't like simming games, so I did actually play both of those games. I played Seville and Real Valladolid. I beat Seville 4-0 and then I beat Real Valladolid 2-0 as well. And sadly for Real Valladolid, that actually relegated them, and they went down with Granada and Osasuna. Anyway though, before I go into the squad report, I'll just show you some of the stats. Ronaldo was the top goal scorer in the league for that season, 33 goals. Dumbia did well though, to be fair to him, at Barcelona, 26. And then the rest of the top 5 included Mandzukic, Havenar and Suarez. And you can also see that Ronaldo and Messi led the way for assists, which was pretty awesome. Unfortunately though, David De Gea didn't get the clean sheet record this season. He only picked up 10 clean sheets throughout the season, but the first half of the season we did have Casillas at the club, so he was playing a fair amount of games as well, but I still would have liked to have got that record. Right then, so taking a look at the squad report, you can see that David De Gea has gone up 2 ratings that season. He got an average of 7.2, which was pretty awesome, and you can see that his stats are improving nicely there. Simone Scuffet remains a 71 rating, and he didn't improve at all that season. De Sciglio went up 3 ratings, 6.4 average, which isn't the best, but you can see that his stats improvements were absolutely phenomenal. Carlos Hudez only played 3 games for us. He's gone up to a 66 rating now, which isn't too bad. He's only 16 years old, and his stats are improving nicely. Yedlin played 7 games for me that season, got 6.3 average, which wasn't the best, but he only cost me 1.8 million, and he's only really here as a backup right back. But as you can see, he's only 23 years old, but he's not actually improving, which is pretty disappointing. Sergio Ramos is up to an 88 rating. He only got a 6.2 average this season though, because I'm not very good at defending, as you're probably all well aware of. You can see there that his technical game has improved slightly. His physical game's gone down a bit though, so I don't really know why his rating's gone up 1, but there you go. Kurt Zouma ends up to an 80, which is pretty phenomenal. He's gone up 4 ratings this season. 23 games, 6.3 average, and you can see from his stats he's gone up on his mental game and his technical game. Chiellini then, he's actually deteriorating, which is pretty disappointing, but I have got Hummels coming in, so I'm going to let him go heading into Season 4. I don't really need him anymore. He's still worth 18 million, so we should be able to get quite a bit of money for him, and he's only going to get worse from here, so I want to cash in on him before he really starts properly declining. You can see that his stats are going down quite a bit already, and that's going to continue as we head into Season 4. Nathan Ake then. Nathan Ake and John Stones are both 75 rated, and I'm thinking of getting rid of one of those players. Neither player's really played much for me this season, and you can see that both players are improving, but they're both only 75 rated. So I will be keeping one of those players, but I'm not too sure which one yet. Raphal Varane, again, his average rating is not the best because I'm not very good at defending, but you can see that his stats are improving nicely, his physical game is improving well, and also his technical game as well. David Luiz then, despite being 30 years old, is still improving. He's gone up 2 ratings this season, which is pretty awesome. He's cost me 14 million, which wasn't too bad. And you can see that his technical game has improved nicely this season. David Alaba's only been at the club for half a season, but he's already gone up 2 ratings, and you can see from his attributes that his physical, mental and technical game are all improving. Luke Shaw spent the season on loan at Granada. He's not done very well for him, but he has gone up 2 ratings, which is pretty good to see, and you can see that his mental and technical game have both improved this season. Abner's another player that's been out on loan. He's only 67 rated at 21, so I'm thinking of moving him on in the summer. His game is improving nicely. He's got some very good physical attributes, but other than that, he's just not a particularly great player. Gareth Bale then, he's been playing for me at left back this season. He's got a 6.5 average, scored 1 goal, provided 4 assists, and you can see that his technical game is improving. Paul Pogba then has been at the club for 3 seasons now. He hasn't improved at all, and I've actually considered selling him. I don't think I will, but because he's not improved at all, it makes me feel like I should maybe try and move him on. But I do like Paul Pogba, so I'll probably leave him at the club. As you can see there though, there's the confirmation that his stats haven't improved at all. And Yuri Tielemans has spent the season on loan at Southampton. Only improved 1 rating this season, which is pretty disappointing, but he spent quite a bit of time out injured. And you can see that his physical game therefore declined, but his mental game has improved. Marco Reus then, another player who's only been at the club for half a season. He's up to an 88 rating, which is pretty awesome. And you can see that his technical game is improving nicely. Jesse Rodriguez has had a pretty decent season, 10 goals and 3 assists in 26 games. He is improving on his physical game, but his rating has remained at 78 for some reason. Adnan Januzaj spent the season on loan at Wolfsburg, and you can see that his mental and his technical game are both improving. James Rodriguez, meanwhile, he hasn't had the best of seasons, only got a 6.2 average rating, but he's gone up 2 ratings and he's now 91 rated, which is absolutely amazing. And you can see there that his technical game has improved massively. Angel Di Maria also hasn't had the best of seasons, played 49 games, 7 goals, 3 assists. And you can see that his technical game is also improving. Jose Rodriguez then, he's been a player that I've been quite impressed with in terms of his development. He's gone up 3 ratings this season. He hasn't played particularly well for me, but you can see that his physical, mental and his technical game have all improved. John-Hyuk Graafland then is a regen and he's not improved at all so far. He's currently out on loan at Barcelona. I don't know why he went there. He obviously wasn't ever going to get a game, but they decided to loan him anyway. And sure enough, he hasn't played a single game for them. Lionel Messi then played 52 times for me this season, scored 15 goals, 19 assists, not too bad at all. But you can see there that his physical game is unfortunately declining. Raul Garcia Antonio then, even though he sounds Spanish, he's actually an English player. He's only played a couple of games for me. He's gone up 1 rating, and you can see his stats there. His mental game and his technical game are both improving. Sergio Aguero then has had an absolutely shocking season. He's only scored twice in 13 games, and he's told me that he wants to leave, so I will be moving him on because he just hasn't been good enough for me. And you can see that his physical and his mental game are both declining. Luis Suarez, however, we swapped Dumbia for him at the start of the season. He scored 16 goals, provided 10 assists, and he's got a 6.9 average. And he's improved by 2 ratings this season, which is pretty good to see. And as you can see there, his technical game has improved nicely. Djidji then, we signed him from Middlesbrough for £800,000 in the January transfer window. He's already gone up by 2 ratings. And you can see that his mental and his technical game are both improving. And David Gigler has gone up by 3 ratings this season. He scored 11 goals in 24 appearances, also provided 5 assists. And you can see there that he's improving his physical, mental and his technical game. Next we move on to Cristiano Ronaldo then, and look at that record. 45 goals and 15 assists in 50 appearances. What a player. And you can see that his technical game is still improving at the age of 32. Last but not least then we got Neymar. He's scored 14 goals, provided 5 assists in 36 appearances this season, 6.8 average. And you can see that his technical game is still improving, which is good to see. 25 years old. And I think he will progress into the 90s as we head into the next season. And finally then, I'm going to take a look at my overall career summary. I've won 2 league titles, 1 domestic cup and 1 Champions League. I've only been involved in the Champions League twice because I forgot to activate it in the first season. It was during early access and things were a bit rushed and I just completely forgot about it. So what can you do? But yeah, 1 Champions League out of 2 isn't too bad. And you can see that our biggest ever win was 7-1 against Granada. And our biggest ever defeat was against Seville, where we lost 4-1. Most expensive transfer was Lionel Messi. And you can see that overall I've played 161 games, won 112, drawn 23, lost 26, scored 385 goals and conceded 184. So that's my overall career record then. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next episode for the start of Season 4.